Hi Capricorn, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign in Capricorn, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. Remember, they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. Before we start, as always, I would like to say, please use your own discernment. And I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the Magician card. This card has been very active for you lately, probably over the last sort of 6 to 8 weeks. Which in a lot of ways suggests that you are on the precipice of something big in your own scape of life, right? In your own sphere, in some way, shape or form, something big is shaping up for you. For some of you, this will have something to do with your work, which we know is intrinsic to the very fibre of your being. But for some of you, this is going to be about what your potential actually is and how you put that into practice. I really like the Magician card for that reason, because it sees us tapping into our own power in order to create the things that we truly say that we want, or in order to create the things that we truly desire. Now, the other thing with the Magician card is about reaching the height of your game. So in some way, shape or form, this week it's almost like you're claiming yourself. Like, it's rare to see a boastful Capricorn. You guys are very pragmatic. You know what you're good at, you know what you're not good at, and you're happy to state both of those things. Whereas at the moment, I feel like you're going through the process where you're like, you know what, no, actually I'm a fucking badass at this, which is great, right? So your foundation card for the week ahead is the Hermit. Hermit card has been very active this week, which makes sense. It is Virgo season after all. But the fact that you have this really is about you claiming your own wisdom or your own brilliance in some way, shape or form. This is you getting wise to what you actually bring to the table, what you actually bring to the partnership, the relationship, the connection, the job, the company, etc. And I like this because it looks like you're about to start getting way more vocal about it. For your actions and options this week, you've got the Four of Cups. So in a lot of ways, there are some big considerations here where you're kind of, I almost feel like it's almost like you're at a crux point, and at the moment you're like, okay, well, either which way I go, there's going to be something new or something different or possibly something challenging that I have to deal with. And it's like you're taking stock. Sometimes the Four of Cups can be, we're a bit disillusioned, etc. Yes. But I don't think it's that. I think this week the brain is working 10 to the dozen. I mean, you guys are often thinking a lot about, what needs to be done, and, the duties and the responsibilities and But this week it's like you're very focused on your path. You're very focused on what it is that you want to get out of life. And it looks like, really, if I'm honest, it looks like you're really giving yourself a talking to. Like, where are you at? What is it that you need? What is it that's in the way of what you need? And what can you actually do about it? There's like a really strong sense of you getting very real with yourself about something this week, which I actually think is great. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Nine of Wands. This comes up underneath the Magician, right? So there's a lot of change, a lot of flux going on in your work. And I get the feeling that this week it's almost like maybe you're saying, maybe there's something that you're admitting to, whether this is fault, whether it's something that you're not particularly good at, and you're voicing that and saying, look, this is an area that I might need support. This looks to me like it's almost like you're being very strategic about what you reveal about your vulnerabilities for a specific reason. It's like, you always see me as the person that wants, that can do a million things and well, now I'm going to show you that actually I'm human. What are you going to do about it? And for those of you that are employed by somebody else, I think opening up that dialogue, one, will take some of the pressure off of you, and two, it will humanize you in an environment that maybe people kind of don't see you that way because they don't know enough about you as yet. Now, when it comes to those of you that are self-employed, business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, etc., this week there's almost like a realization of it costs to be at the top. And I feel like this week it may be one of those weeks where you have a bit of a moment where it's like, wow, you know what, it's kind of lonely up here. And so you set out to change that in some way, whether this is that you hire employees, whether it's that you decide to collaborate, like whatever it is that you're doing it because you realize, okay, yeah, it's great to be successful on your own, but it's actually truly great to be successful with people. There's something about building a network this week. When it comes to those of you that are retired or no longer working, that Nine of Wands and the Magician card, I think this week is going to highlight to you where you know you can't do something on your own, and you are going to have to draft someone in to help, to assist, to point something out, or to even to, you know, just give you that word of encouragement to say, no, actually, you know, you can do this, and you don't need anyone, but if you want someone, I'm here for you, right? When it comes to your love and relations, this is great. So for those of you that are partnered, married, in relationships, your partner has you, right? Whatever else is going on, the whole sky could be falling down, but your partner, your relationship, your marriage, your significant other, whatever, that is the thing that you can truly lean on, that is truly supporting you and upholding you, which I absolutely love for you guys. For those of you that are single, I mean, this could be a great week to meet someone. Now, what I will say to you is, given the other cards that are here, you might meet someone when you're not at your best. And, you know, for a Capricorn, that's like, oh no, ground swallow me whole now. But this is good, because if you meet someone and they see you when you're not really functioning at your best, and they can say, I still really like this person, I still, you know, I could love them, I could be with them, that's actually cute, I like this. It's when you can see somebody's flaws that you fall for them, right? And I've said this before and I will say it again, and I truly believe it. Sometimes it's the little things that really piss you off about someone that you learn to love, and then when they're not around because they're on a trip or they're going to visit family or whatever, those are little things that they do, you know, like leaving their towel on the floor, or do you know what I mean, that really annoy you. Those are the things that you think, that's my person, right? So don't be afraid to be seen as vulnerable this week. Don't be afraid to let people see you being a bit of a hot mess, right? Because when they do, it's going to be like, okay, so you're a force to be reckoned with. You're all of that, but actually you're human too, and I can get on board with that. All right, for your money and materials, you've got the Empress. It's a very earthy week for you guys. Well, no, actually, there's all elements here. Actually, no, you've even got the air. You're fully balanced this week, actually, which is lovely. The Empress has finally brought you the earth, right? Because you're an earth sign, so you need some stability and grounding. But the Empress bodes very well for money. You couple her with the Sun card. This is you coming through or observing a cycle that's just about to wrap up in your life. And I think this could be very, very interesting. Like the way that it plays out could be really eye-opening in some way, shape or form. I almost get the sense that this week you're going to see some financial door challenge issue come to a close. And this is because, you know, I kind of feel like wherever you fall this week, you will land on your feet, right? There's some cat-like reflexes that are kicking in this week. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, I love this card for health. The only drawback with it is that you could overindulge. Maybe you'll drink too much, maybe you'll eat too much, maybe you'll smoke too much, maybe you know, whatever your vices are. Because this card, she more. Give me more of that. You know, it is very much that kind of energy. So overindulgence could be a problem, but overall health is actually very good this week. When it comes to your home and environment, more than ever, home is a sanctuary this week, right? So again, really, really interesting. Now, with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up for you. And yeah, like I said, don't be afraid to let people see you as you really are. You know, like all the good bits, absolutely, but all the the messy bits too. All right, take care. We'll see you soon.